My name is Davriel Burrows, and my father is Pastor Dave Burrows.
My name is Ari Burrows, and my father is David Michael Leon Burrows.
My father is very special to me. He's probably one of, if not the most influential voice in my life. He's somebody that I look up to. Obviously, he's my dad. I guess it's cliche to say he's my hero, but he really is. He's been just a protector for me, just a leader, a teacher. He's taught me so many things. I call him my agent too, because he pushes me in every front to just pursue my purpose and to follow my dreams. He's my dad.
He's the most unique individual I've met in my entire life. And that's because so much of what makes him the man that he is today is a combination of different experiences in life that are hard to recreate for anybody at any age or at any era. And I think that is a part of why he has this universal ability to connect with people from different walks of life. And it takes a breadth of experiences and to be able to do that. And I think he leans into those experiences authentically, and that's why he connects in such a real way with so many people.
When I was very young, when I was a little girl, every Sunday it would seem like, or every other Sunday, there would be kids in our house, and you have me and Ari who go to Kingsway, who spend our life on Saturdays. We watch TVN, so you have these really sheltered kids, but then every Sunday we're having dinner with these kids from these tough backgrounds, and it just was kind of a glimpse into the work that my parents did, and that was very precious to them. I was always very proud. I didn't quite understand everything that my father did, but I knew it was very important, and I knew that he was helping people. And that inspired me. And I think that stuck with me, that our lives aren't just about us, that our lives are to help others, to elevate others. And then along the way, I got all these brothers, all these big brothers in the faith. So you have Raymond, you have Turan, you have Stefan, you have these guys who are like my brothers, who my father would have been pouring into. And I have sisters just as well, kids that along the journey my parents would have practically raised or been as close to parents as they would have experienced. So it was very unique also to just grow up with this extra set of siblings, and it added a richness to my life because they were so different or from such different backgrounds. And it still gave me perspective, and it helped me appreciate how different my parents were.
Yeah, I would say the most important thing I've learned from him is that being a good father is not about being a good man. And there's this misconception that in life you want people to refer to you as good, that he's a good person, she's a good person, he's a good man. And the problem is that good is one of the most subjective terms that exists. And even in the Christian community, if you ask someone what it takes to be a good Anglican, they're going to have a different response than someone that describes what it is to be a good Baptist, or to be a good Catholic, or to be a good evangelical. And keep in mind, we're all worshiping the same God, but the idea of what it is to be good in those instances is very different. And so if good is subjective, the question is what is actually permanent? And what's actually permanent, what can be objectively looked at is whether or not you have integrity, whether or not you're honest, whether or not you stick by the things that you say. And I think you find more often that people like my dad, they stand out because most people have a binary view. Either they love him or they hate him. But everyone that you meet respects him, because who he is doesn't change depending on the room that he's in. And how he approaches conversations doesn't change based upon what he thinks people want to hear. He is authentically himself all the time. He's true to the things that he says, and he's true to the things that he believes. And if you don't like those things, then you could politely take yourself someplace else. Or you could stay and have an engaging conversation. But he's not changing for you, because for him, it's not about your approval. It's about being who he actually is. And I think that's the thing that I probably take from him the most. And that's the thing I envy about him the most, frankly, because his combination of life experiences enabled him to understand that very early on. And sometimes when you grow up in the church, you think so much about other people's opinions. And for him, his view was always different. He came in the church and his only concern was about doing what he felt was right at all times. And I think that's the most important thing. So you have to live your life by objective measures, not by subjective measures. And it's more important to be honest and to have integrity than it is to be good. And that's probably the most important thing that I've learned from him. And I think I would say, just in closing, Dad, you've done a lot of interesting things that most people couldn't fathom. And I think your humility and ability to constantly be yourself are intertwined. You're never trying to impress people because you're very comfortable with who you are. And I think if more people had that view, then you'd find that more of the folks that are sitting in the pews would demonstrate the same level of comfort with themselves that you demonstrate. And I think if we could all become a little bit more in tune with who we are, we'd look a lot more like you. And I think that would be a good thing for a lot of people. So I'm very proud of the work that you continue to do. And I think it's a testament to your longevity that you've always been yourself. And you've always been authentically yourself. And that your intentions always come from the right place. Even if everyone doesn't get the delivery, you know what's in your heart. And I think that's a part of the reason why people rock with you.
Happy Father's Day, Dad. I hope that you're having a wonderful day so far. It's only going to get better because we have a vegan feast prepared for you after church, so you get to live your best life. I love you so much. I would still say that in the Fatherhood Olympics that you win every medal. I look up to you. I support you. I'm here to ride till the wheels fall off.